After 10 years away, Jill Scott didn't come back for applause. She came back with correspondence. We've got To Whom This May Concern in rotation. Let's talk about it. What's going on, y'all? It's your man Lighthouse, and you're now tuned into another episode of Everything for Everybody. And today we'll be discussing Jilly from Philly's latest project, To Whom This May Concern. Y'all already know about how I feel about Jill Scott. You know what I'm saying? She is a goddess when it comes to this music. Her music certainly heals and informs, and she's back, and I'm pretty damn excited about it. So let's get into it. More than a decade between studio albums is not a hiatus. It is a reckoning. When an artist who helped redraw the borders of commercial R&B returns at 53, the question is not whether the instrument still works, but whether the voice still carries necessity. On To Whom This May Concern, Jill Scott answers with the calm authority of someone who has lived enough to mean every word. In the years since Woman, she's never disappeared. She curated her presence. Anniversary tours, features with Conway, Kehlani, Tiana Taylor, Alicia Keys, and a turn on Abbott Elementary kept her visible without oversaturation. That restraint becomes the album's subtext. This is not a market-driven comeback. It feels like correspondence written only when there is something worth sending. The opening run operates as self-authorization. The song Dope Shit reads like a manifesto with Maha Adachi Erb's poetry reframing hunger as spiritual ambition. The song Be Great, lifted by Trombone Shorty's horns, is affirmation earned, not borrowed. In an era crowded with motivational slogans, Scott's clarity carries the weight of survival rather than trend. The album's strongest instinct, though, is communal. The song Beautiful People pairs romance with institutional critique, naming algorithms and wicked systems without losing warmth. The song Off the Back recites ancestors alongside Marian Anderson, Nina Simone, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Sarah Vaughan, Tina Turner, and Frankie Beverly, tethering each name to tangible freedoms. Heritage here is not aesthetic, it's infrastructure. Anger is handled with range. The song Disclaimer is theatrical, bawdy, and intentionally exaggerated. The song Pay You on Tuesday is surgical, cataloging cycles of irresponsibility with sober precision. Scott critiques patterns, not people, refusing to subsidize dysfunction with patience. On Northside, produced by DJ Premier, North Philadelphia receives a proud salute. Scott raps with territorial ease, joined by Tierra Whack in a generational exchange that celebrates coexistence over competition. Now, I feel like Jill Scott's pen is crazy. Like, she was snapping on this joint, and you know Tierra Whack is super dope as well. So this was like very interesting and good to see the younger generation connect with the older generation, actually have cohesion in the middle to make a dope song. So to have Jill Scott and Tierra Whack on this song was like super dope to me, you know, because I fuck with Tierra Whack and Jill Scott, of course, but to hear Jill like spitting and barring it up, it's like, okay, it makes sense. They're from Philly, you know what I mean? So definitely salute to them on this track. This is one of my standout tracks on the album, by the way. The song BPOTY, which is an acronym for Biggest Pimp of the Year, widens the lens, critiquing extraction culture with Too Short's abrasive verse serving as an unfiltered mirror. And this feature is so culturally on point because of course you would have to have Too Short on this record. You know what I'm saying? Talking about that pimping, you know what I'm saying? Church. But anyway, the love songs are unmistakably adult. The song A Universe captures romance after self-imposed isolation. The song Lifting Me Up functions like aloe on a wound. It's functional and healing. The song Don't Play balances sensuality and humor with grown assurance. The song To Be Honest, featuring Jid, or J-I-D, contrasts ornate imagery with Scott's plain-spoken sincerity, while the song Ode to Nikki with Ab Soul reaches toward the metaphysical. The closing stretch, which are the songs Ashe and Sincerely Do, ground spirituality into lived gratitude, privileging soul over signal. Even the cover art, painted by Marcellus Lovelace, mirrors the thesis, defiance and tenderness occupying the same body. To Whom This May Concern is not nostalgic, it is precise. Mortgages, jail weekends, aloe vera, block calls, DJ Premier drums, sacred geometry, specificity becomes testimony. After 10 years of gathering what needed to be said, Jill Scott delivers a 19-track confirmation. The voice never left. It simply waited until it had something necessary to say. But that's my time, y'all. Thank you for watching another episode of Everything for Everybody. Let me know what you think about Jill Scott's latest project. You know what I'm saying? And also remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the loop. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay warm, peace, and we out.